I've never been a professional writer, but I have often got paid for writing, whether it's business writing or professional writing for magazines, newspapers, hotel brochures, etc. Now, my best paid gigs, it was never a lot of money, but sometimes I got paid a nice sum for my travel articles. Because once I started being a photographer, immediately I started working on travel pieces or travel stories. Everywhere that I used to go, I used to make a point of doing my research, going around, looking in all the back alleys, looking in all the places that are not the tourist attractions, trying to find the story of that place. Even if it was for business. If I had to go to Singapore for a meeting with a client, I would make sure that I have 2 days to walk around if I'm already there. If I go to Shanghai to open a new exhibition, I used to make sure that I have a week before, a week after, that I can travel, that I can get the full experience, that I have the time to put in and explore with my camera the city I'm in. Now, maybe you will say 2 days, 3 days, that's not enough, but actually that's more than enough. Usually when you stay too long in a place, you lose the fresh eyes. And you lose the fresh eyes quite quickly. 2 weeks in a new town and you're already less excited. You already don't see a lot of things that you saw in your first 2 or 3 days. Because you see them every day now. Because you understand that it's part of the city, it's part of the culture. It is not something that you look and say, oh, that's strange for me, that is amazing. Even if it's a simple thing, just something that you are not used to. So I used to do a lot of travel articles. And I used to enjoy writing the texts because the texts put everything together. When I go around and take a lot of photos and find out the different aspects, the different sides of the city, the different facets that make this organism that we call a city, it is usually random. There are themes, there might be locations which are connected, but in order to put it all together, I would write the articles and I would write them for myself. I would post them on my internet site for people to see, people to read, but I did not make an effort of pushing them to magazines and newspapers. They usually came to me and asked, can we use this article? Can we use this picture? Would you like to sell us this for that and that? Which is nice. It was mostly luck, I would say, because I knew the right people in the industry. So whenever I posted a new picture, a new story, a new visit that I had somewhere, they could see it. Editors of magazines, owners of publishing companies. So I skipped that phase of running around trying to sell my stories. As I said, I was never a professional writer. But because travel articles were my best sellers, I can give you now my recipe, my personal formula of how to write the perfect travel article. I will give you an example. My best-selling article was about Istanbul, which is an amazing city, so it is easy to write amazing stories about it. But it is also a city that attracts so many photographers, so many writers. How many articles have already been written on Istanbul? Have already been published with amazing photos, with stories by talented writers, not me, professional writers. Why should people read my article? Why should people buy my article to publish it? The Istanbul piece starts with a long paragraph of explaining that the most amazing experience I had was eating this grilled mackerel on the seaside from a boat with a nice piece of fresh bread and just a little bit of lemon. And this represented the whole spirit, the freshness, the simplicity, the amazing taste, the sunshine, the people, the view. This for me was Istanbul. So I started an article, a travel article, with a paragraph about a piece of fish in bread. And it was my bestseller. Why? First, it was a connection. I was telling my experience in Istanbul. I was inviting people to join me in my experience in Istanbul. I was not giving information. I was not writing details. I was not talking about the history. I was not talking about anything that a tour guide would talk about. I was talking about me enjoying this grilled fish on the Bosphorus in a beautiful day in a beautiful city. Creating this connection is what people are looking for. Or, to be precise, this connection, the connection, is what people are looking for. Creating this connection is what the publishers are looking for. Now, after I created this connection, I did write about the different things that I saw. But I kept the information on a very basic level. And I kept my emotional response on a higher level. I don't have to write about how many stores are in the Grand Bazaar. I prefer to write about the smell of the old leather or the shiny silver jewelry that all around. I would like to tell you what it feels like walking in the bazaar, walking in the streets, the old cobblestone streets. If you want information, there are hundreds of places to get it. Really. There are hundreds of places that will give you what time it starts, how to get there, how much it will cost, what to do next, how to walk from here to here. You don't need another one. You don't need Boaz to write another article about Istanbul, telling you what you can do, where you can go. You need an article, or you want an article, that will make the reader finish the article and go, I want to go to Istanbul. This sounds like fun. This sounds amazing. This sounds interesting. Now, this is my basic formula of writing a travel article. Put yourself in the article. Create a connection with the reader, and then invite him to travel with you. Invite him to have this experience with you. You are talking about this experience. You're explaining to him what is happening, what is going on. It's like being a personal guide, but on a friend's level. Not on this and this, and this was built on this year, and that, then it's all nice. I'm not saying don't do it, but I don't need to do it. I need to write an article that has beautiful pictures of the things that I saw. And this is another very big point in all my travel photography, the eye-level photography. I would take only pictures that a normal person could see if he bothered himself to go in the back alley, if he wandered in the park for half a day, if he walked all the way to the parts of town that are not the tourist attractions, but he can see them. It's not fantasy, it's not advertising, it's not aerial shots from some drone that no person would actually see. Because in the end, this is why I started travel photography. Because I saw these beautiful pictures. It was a picture of Singapore that I saw. It was amazing. night shot from above. As a tourist, unless you're Superman and you can fly, you would never see this picture. So I take only eye-level photography, street-level photography. And what I write, the articles, are on the same level. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a tour guide. I'm somebody that is inviting you to join me in a day trip or two in places like Singapore, Shanghai, Taipei, Seoul, Laos. These are all places that I love to travel to, and I love to show people. This is the formula. This is the secret. Love the places, love the work, and invite people to join you, come with you, experience with you. This is how you write the perfect travel article.